Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we help you see through the corporate smoke and mirrors and uncover the real story behind the numbers. Today we've got a filing from KKR Enhanced US Direct Lending Fund L Inc. And let me tell you, it's short but sweet, like a perfectly timed dividend payment. So what's the big news from KKR Enhanced US Direct Lending Fund L Inc.? Well, they've announced a dividend, not just any dividend, but a pretty significant one. And it tells us a bit about how this fund is performing. Before we dive in, if you like getting these clear, no-nonsense explanations of what all those SEC filings actually mean for your investments, please make sure you're subscribed. And hey, we've got a fantastic community over on Discord all about breaking down these finance topics. Link is in the description below. Come join the conversation. This report is what's called an 8K, which is basically a way for companies to tell the public about major events that shareholders care about. Think of it as a company's urgent bulletin board. Now, this particular filing isn't about a huge merger or some dramatic shift in strategy. It's about something that makes investors happy, a dividend payment. On August 29th, 2025, KKR Enhanced US Direct Lending Fund L Inc. declared a dividend of 10.2055 cent per share. Now 10.2055 might sound like a specific, maybe even a bit arbitrary number at first glance, but for investors in this particular fund, this is the concrete return they're getting on their investment. It signals that the fund is generating enough income or capital gains from its underlying lending activities to distribute a good chunk of it back to its shareholders. The dividend is set to be paid out on or about September 30th to shareholders who own the stock at the close of business on August 29th. This is crucial information for anyone holding the shares. It means if you were in the club by the end of that day in August, you're going to get paid. If you bought after that date, you unfortunately missed the cutoff for this particular payout. So why is this important? KKR Enhanced US Direct Lending Fund L Inc. is a fund focused on direct lending, meaning it lends money directly to companies, often those that might not be able to access traditional bank loans as easily. These loans typically carry higher interest rates than typical bank loans, which can generate substantial income. Declaring a dividend of this size suggests that the underlying loans within the fund are performing well, generating sufficient interest income and perhaps also benefiting from the current economic environment, which might be favorable for higher yielding debt. Interestingly, the filing also notes that the KKR Enhanced US Direct Lending Fund L Inc. is an emerging growth company. This status comes with certain regulatory accommodations like being able to delay adopting new accounting standards. They've elected not to use the extended transition period for complying with new or revised financial accounting standards, meaning they're keeping pace with the latest accounting rules, which generally shows a commitment to transparency. What's the actual story here though? It's about stability and income generation. In a world of fluctuating markets, funds like this that can reliably pay dividends are attractive to investors looking for a steady stream of income. The size of this dividend, 10.55 cent per share, indicates a healthy underlying portfolio. Imagine the fund owns a bunch of loans and those borrowers are paying their interest on time, and the fund is managing its expenses well enough to pass a good portion of that income onto its owners. Let's think about this from a valuation perspective briefly. If a fund is consistently paying out substantial dividends, it can be a strong indicator of financial health. Investors often look at the dividend yield, which is the annual dividend per share divided by the stock price. A higher dividend yield can signal a more attractive investment, assuming the dividend is sustainable. While this filing doesn't provide the share price, the absolute dollar amount of the dividend gives us a tangible measure of the income being distributed. Now, it's important to remember this is just one piece of the puzzle. This 8K is a snapshot of a specific event. To get the full picture of KKR Enhanced US Direct Lending Fund L Inc.'s financial health, we'd need to look at their more comprehensive reports like their quarterly 10Q or annual 10K filings, which would contain detailed financial statements, balance sheets, and discussions of risks. This filing tells us they paid a dividend, and that's good news for contain detailed financial statements, balance sheets, and discussions of risks. This filing tells us they paid a dividend, and that's good news for shareholders, but it doesn't tell us about the credit quality of the loans in their portfolio or how those loans might perform in a downturn. For example, if interest rates were to fall significantly, the income generated by a direct lending fund might decrease, potentially impacting future dividend payments. Conversely, if the general economic climate were to worsen, leading to an increase in loan defaults, that would also directly affect the fund's ability to pay dividends. The fact that they are able to pay this dividend in August 2025 suggests that as of that point in time, their portfolio companies are meeting their obligations and the market for their loans is stable or favorable. Looking at the broader context of direct lending as an asset class, it has become increasingly popular for institutional investors and sophisticated individuals seeking higher yields than traditional fixed income investments. These funds invest in a diverse range of companies, often providing bespoke financing solutions. The success of such funds hinges on strong credit underwriting, active portfolio management, and a generally healthy economic environment where businesses can grow and repay their debts. This dividend payout is a positive signal that KKR Enhanced US Direct Lending Fund L Inc. is navigating this landscape effectively at this moment. So to wrap up, this filing from KKR Enhanced US Direct Lending Fund L Inc. is a straightforward announcement about a dividend payment. The specific amount declared indicates a healthy income stream from their direct lending activities. It's a positive sign for shareholders who are likely looking for income generation from their investments. While this single filing doesn't reveal the entire financial picture, it provides a clear positive data point about the fund's current ability to reward its investors. Now, what's my take on this? This is a sign of a well-managed fund that's successfully executing its strategy of direct lending. The ability to declare and pay a substantial dividend like 10.55 cents per share suggests prudent lending practices and a portfolio that's performing as expected. The main risk, as with any lending fund, always lies in the underlying credit quality of their borrowers and their ability to withstand economic downturns, like 10-1 for Civian investing in KKR. Enhanced US Direct Lending Fund L Inc., which is a typical lending fund, always lies in the underlying credit quality of their borrowers and their ability to withstand economic downturns. However, this particular announcement paints a picture of current strength and a commitment to returning value to shareholders. It's a positive signal for anyone invested in or considering investing in KKR Enhanced US Direct Lending Fund L Inc. credit quality of their borrowers and their ability to withstand economic downturns. However, this particular announcement paints a picture of current strength and a commit to returning value to... Alright, that's our quick decode of KKR Enhanced US Direct Lending Fund L Inc.'s latest filing. What do you think about this dividend announcement? Does it make you more interested in direct lending funds? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for more insights into the world of corporate finance at Faken. Don't forget to join our Discord community to continue the conversation, and don't forget to join our Discord community to continue the conversation at Theoflotching, and we'll see you in the next one.